Excuse me, sir. Quick question for you, man. Is this your yacht?
Yeah, it is.
And what do you do for a living out in Miami to be able to afford a yacht, man?
I'm actually in e-commerce.
How long have you been a business owner for?
I've been in e-commerce for about 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
And over these last 4 years, what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
Last year we did 30 million.
$30 million.
32 million, yeah. And then we did around 19 million in profit.
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
You're 22 years old.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you became a millionaire?
Let me tell you something first, all right? Do you want me to go deep?
Yeah, go deep.
Okay, so when I was 5 years old, I witnessed my mom get, she died in front of my eyes. At 16 years old, my best friend got shot in the head. At 17 years old, I got kicked out of college. At 19 years old, I was a millionaire. So embracing the struggle, realizing that the struggle is what makes you you, is what's gonna help you get to where you wanna be. And realizing that the struggle is just preparing you for the person that you need to be to steward that is gonna help you. And realizing that, God does everything for a reason. Like, you might not understand it now. Your whole situation might be completely fucked up right now. But if you just see that bigger picture and you're able to work towards it, don't just sit there and pray, but work towards it and work on those prayers, you're gonna get there. It's only a matter of time, but you have to focus on your own race.
How can somebody go from 7 to 8 figures?
The biggest thing with going from 7 to 8 figures is trying to get out of that kind of like solopreneur mindset and thinking that you can do it all by yourself. Making $1 million, you can do it by yourself. It's not that hard. It might take you a little bit of time, but going from 7 to 8 figures, you need to start delegating and relieving your time. Because as an entrepreneur, you have to realize that your biggest asset is your time. And the most important thing for you to do is create ideas and then delegate those ideas to the workers. Because that's what the school system was built for the workers. Do you know the story about free thinkers and workers and why the school system was created?
Well, I think it's kind of had to do like the Rockefellers.
Exactly. John D. Rockefeller created the Education Board in 1903, and he said that he wanted a nation of workers, not free thinkers. So who are the workers? Who are the free thinkers? The workers are the people who work for the free thinkers, people who come up with their own ideas and then delegate them for a fraction of the money. And then they go and do the work for the free thinkers and make them the big money. So once you get from that 7-figure mark and you're trying to get to 8 figures, find people who are smarter than you. I dropped out of college. I'm not the smartest in the group, but I have people who work for me who went to Yale. I have a person who worked for me who went to Stanford. My CFO went to Harvard. So it's about being able to pay people what they're valued at so that you can get what you want in return.
And what keeps people broke in today's world?
Mindset. It's 80% mindset and 20% skill set. Once you get the mindset, now it's time to apply the skill set. But you can't start thinking about making money until you are in the mind to learn how to steward that money and multiply that money. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to get more. Majority of people, if I gave you $1 million right now, you would be broke in 6 months. Not because you're stupid, it's because you don't have the mindset to steward that money and you don't know what to do with it when you get it. But if you have the skill set and you have the mindset, then you're bound to turn that into 10 million in 6 months.
That was phenomenal.